Hello, welcome back to another CD collection video. This is part 11. Uh, Without further ado, let's get started. So first up we have Busta Rhymes with The Coming, released in '96. This is his debut album. So it was released in '96, like I said. The album contains contributions from Q-Tip, The Last Boy Scout, Rampage, Leaders of the New School, which is a group that he was a part of, Zayn, and several Flip Mode squad members. Singles were, just let me go and turn that down. Sorry about that. Singles were Woo-Ha Got You All in Check, which is the biggest song off here. It's a Party and Do My Thing. As it was his debut, it doesn't have as many tracks as the later ones, and is not as long. It doesn't sound as clear and crisp as his later albums, and doesn't have too many songs, like I said, but it's still pretty enjoyable, and I quite liked it. Top songs on here for me were The Coming, Do My Thing, Everything Remains Raw, Woo-Ha Got You All in Check, Ill Vibe, Flip Mode Squad meets Def Squad, and Keep It Moving. The worst song was Still Shining. Overall exceptional. 9.5 out of 10. Very dope album. The Coming by Busta Rhymes, released in '96. Very dope album. Next album, we have EPMD with Back in Business, released in '97, which doesn't make any sense because in '97 they released Back in Business, and then in '99 they released Out of Business. It should have been the other way around, because logically that would make sense, but I don't know what's up with that. It's their fifth album, released in '97, like I said. It features guest appearances from Das Effects, Nocturnal, Keith Murray, and Redman. Top songs were Richer Scale, The Joint, Never Seen Before, Last Man Standing, Intrigued, You Got to Chill '97, and Put On. The worst song was Get With This and Do It Again. Overall classic East Coast hip hop. I'm not too sure whether they're East Coast or West Coast, but it sounds more like East Coast. Overall, it's exceptional. 8 out of 10, very dope album. Would definitely listen to it over and over again. EPMD with Back in Business, released in 97. Next up, we have Forte's fifth mixtape, released in 2012, titled It's the Fort That Counts. A play off on his name, obviously. Features include Sky High, Cursor, JD, otherwise known as JUF. And yeah, those were the features off here. It's not as good as his album tracks, but it's still, as it was done over popular beats, but it was more often than not, the tracks were exceptional. Top songs on here for me were Ridin' Dirty, which was originally by Chameleon Air, Checkmate, Game Over, Good Night, Rack City, I Don't Like, How I Did It, When I Cry, Sick of Fucking Every Cunt, Fake Cunts, Riot, and Wild Boys. The worst songs were Come and Go and Calling Me, Bait, Currency, Demons in My Cup, and What's Money For, otherwise known as Suck My Balls. Overall top 10 piece of artistry, 9.5 out of 10, very, very dope album. It's the Fort That Counts, released in 2012 by Forte. Mixtape, I should say. So let me go and change the track. Alright. Next up, we have the Slim Shady EP by Eminem. This was released in 97. This was the first ever, was the first time ever that Eminem's alter ego Slim Shady was heard after the disastrous Infinite album. Well, I liked the album, but it didn't do too well. So he came up with the idea of Slim Shady. Features include Fuzz, Bizarre Kid, Swift, who I believe were all D12 members. The EP contains songs that later in '99 would appear on the Slim Shady LP, which was M's major label debut album. That's the one that got him known. The songs that made it onto there would be Just Don't Give a Fuck, Just the Two of Us, and If I Had. Only on this EP they were done over different beats for all I know. And on the LP, Just the Two of Us was renamed 97 Bonnie and Clyde. Very dope EP. The tracks that I liked the most were Low Down Dirty, If I Had, Just Don't Give a Fuck, Just the Two of Us, No One's Illa, and Murder Murder. Very, very dope album, 10 out of 10. Slim Shady EP released in '97. Very, very dope. Next up, we have the Fast and Furious 6 soundtrack, released in 2013, along with the 6th movie. The movie is great. The movie is great. The soundtrack is not. It mainly features electronic and rap songs. I'm quite disappointed with this one, as it really isn't good. I would probably say that as much as I didn't like that one either, that Too Fast, Too Furious soundtrack was better than this. The only single was We Own It by 2 Chainz and Wiz Khalifa. You've also got artists on here like T.I., Lil Wayne, Jigga Drama, Sewer, I think that's how you pronounce it, MC Jin, Daniel Wu, Cypress Hill is on here, and a hell of a lot more. Definitely not coming back to this, because it is garbage. Top songs on here for me were We Own It, Ball Con Locarua. I don't know how you pronounce that song name. HK Superstar, Fail Bait, and Bendo Lorios. I don't know how you pronounce that either. But yeah, those are the only songs that I like. The worst songs were Bada Bing, Burst, Roll It Up, and Here We Go. Overall, oatmeal seasoned with sand and served with a glass of cement. This was garbage. So Fast and Furious 6 soundtrack released in 2013. Wasn't a big fan at all. Next up, we have Eazy-E with Straight Off the Streets of MuthaPhukkin Compton, released in '96, just 10 months after his death. It spawned the singles, Just to Let You Know, Sipping on a 40, The Motherfucking Real, which is a great song, and Creep and Crawl. The album is a smash, and this one actually sounds more like a solo album than his previous album did, which was Easy Does It. I still like that album, but that album sounded more like an NWA album. as the other members of NWA were all over the place. Were all over that album. um, I actually like this album. It's just equally as good, if not slightly better. In fact, it would be slightly better because this one is more solo songs. Top songs on here for me were Old School Shit, Sorry Larry, Just to Let You Know, Sorry Louie, pardon me, is the song name. Just to Let You Know, Sipping on a 40, The Motherfucking Real, Creep and Crawl, What Would You Do? And those were the songs that I liked. Honestly, the ones that I couldn't stand were Nuts on Your Chin, Lickin', Suckin', Fuckin', and My Baby's Mama. Just as enjoyable as the debut album, 9.5 out of 10. Very, very dope album. Very, very dope. Eazy-E was Straight Off the Streets of MuthaPhukkin Compton, released in 96. Next up is the Slim Shady, the Marshall Mathers LP. My bad. This is definitely my favourite album, released in 2000, same year I was born. I pretty much like the entire album. Only songs that didn't really do it for me were the Ken Kniff skit, and Drug Ballad. But yeah, top songs on here for me were pretty much the entire album, but some that stand out Kill You, Stan, obviously. The Way I Am, Who Knew, The Real Slim Shady, Remember Me, I'm Back, Marshall Mathers, Amityville, Under the Influence, Bitch Please 2, Criminal, and the version that I've got is the UK version, which came with the Kids as the bonus track. But yeah, very, very dope album. Features of here are Dido, RBX, and Sticky Fingers. I need to check out more of their music. Bizarre from D12, D12 themselves, Dr. Dre, who also produced the album, Snoop Dogg, Exhibit, Nate Dogg, and yeah, very, very dope album. Singles off here were The Real Slim Shady, The Way I Am, and Stan. So yeah, Eminem with the Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP 1, released in 2000. Very dope album. Definitely my most favourite album of all time. And to finish off the video, we have Forte with his fourth album, titled The Hearing, released in 2015. I think this was his first album released in that year because he released 3 albums in 1 year, and has done since. So in 2015 he released this. He released Fuck Every Cunt, and then he released Hustler's Prayer, which will be, those two will be coming in another video. Features of here include Too Furious, Candice Rind, Monster Ganja, Cursor, And yeah, those were the features off here. I did like this album, but it's only just worth a listen. It's 6.5 out of 10 for me. I didn't really like this one. I think it's his weakest in terms of lyrics, because although he does keep it real, he does not have the rawness. It just lacks the rawness of his other albums. But songs I like on here were On My Level, West Sid Shit, Fuck the Club, That's My Shit, Never Be Friends, All I Want to Do, They Watching, Good with the Bad, and Never Understand. The worst songs were Phone Tap, All I Want to Do was one of the worst ones. Another worst was Life, Lost in the Game, Reflect, and What They Want From Me. I didn't really like this album as much, but yeah, The Hearing by Forte released in 2015. Very mediocre album, and that's going to do it for the day. Thought I'd just smash that one out. Stay well, stay blessed, look out for part 12, and yeah, peace.